everybody, how's life as a guy? You doing? My name is Jeff Laba, and today we are playing You and I and the Long Drive. Now, I found this on itch.io. I'm finally saying it right. And looks interesting. You actually play it on the web, so I'm actually looking directly at the thing right now. It doesn't, I don't know if you can download it. I think you can. I don't know. But I want to check it out. Looked interesting. It's got that old vibe, and I love when, like, beautiful colors! I like the blue and the pink, how it looks, so it caught my attention. Whoa. Oh, there we go. That's weird. You're awake. Where are we? Neptune. Now, if I'm not well, actually, I don't know anything about this game other than they're in space. The blue character is this person here that's either male or female. I don't know. And the pink one seems to be that ham radio. Let's play. Alright, you're kidding. Look outside. That's it. Wait, that's it? The big blue itself. Why didn't you wake me when we were passing Saturn? I tried, but you were out cold. Or as close as you could get to it, at least. How long? I don't know. Weeks? ... I know what you're going to say, but I wanted to see it! You needed the rest. We still have a long way to go. Plus, I'm gonna need you to take over the navigation once we're past the equator. I'm getting tired. I can do it now if you like. No, it's okay. I can make it to the next rest stop at least. Okay. Are you upset? I was really hoping I'd get to see it, that's all. You didn't miss much. It's actually pretty ugly up close. Oh. ... In fact, you might even say you're lucky you didn't get to see it. At least this way you get to keep the perfect picture you have of it in your head. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're better off that way. Is Pluto going to be like that too? No, Pluto's beautiful. You're gonna love it. How can you be so sure? Trust me. You haven't lived until you've seen the way they've carved those cities out of the sides of the mountains. I guess there mightn't be enough time to look around when we get there, but we can go sightseeing after. After I'm done? Yeah. This thing isn't gonna hurt, is it? I thought you couldn't feel pain. It would be a bad time to find out that I could. It never hurt. It never hurt for me. I'm sure it depends on what you get, though. Have you thought about it yet? Something organic, like yours, perhaps. I love the way you move. I love the way you move. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you always look like you're just about to fall over when you do that. What was it called? Walking. Or my bad, walking. Right. You've got to be careful with organics. It can take a long time to learn how to move them. And there's so much maintenance. A little maintenance would be nice for a change. Just remember that you don't have to limit yourself to the conventional. They'll do anything you want. I know someone who requested hers to be made of spoon glass. Spoon glass. Glasses. That's weird. Why would anybody want such a thing? Because in the dark, it could catch the slightest rays of light and transfigure it into a million tiny stars. But wouldn't it be easier to break? That's highly impractical. To you. I don't want one that's easy to break. I'd hate to need a replacement just after I've gotten it. Used to the first one. My bad. What's wrong with getting a replacement? It's a waste. I think that we're not taking advantage of the opportunity. Just because you're too attached to your first is a waste? How many have you had then? I've lost count. And you get a different one every time? No, I always get the same one, more or less. Here, I thought you'd be the type to change yours often. What can I say? I know when I've found something I like. What do you like about it? It's pretty. That's it? I like pretty things. You expected something more? Yes! I thought anyone who'd do something like this would have, well, a complex reason. You don't always need a big reason. Wanting something pretty to show off to other people is good enough. I'll need a better reason than that. There's no one for me to show off to. What about your, what were they, family? Colleagues. Your colleagues then? I don't suppose I've ever seen, I don't suppose I'll ever see them again. You're only going to Pluto. It's not the end of the universe, babe. That's not it. Then what? I'm going to be different after all of this is over, aren't I? Like a completely different person, of course. Isn't that the whole point? That's why I'm not going back. I mean, don't you ever feel like people only love a particular version of you? I've never really thought about it before. I've never really thought about that before. It happens all the time. Everyone does it. As individuals, it's not possible for us to know every phallic of someone else. We can only form our ideas of other people out of assumptions based on the parts that we're able to see. This means that the you that other people perceive could be based on the wrong assumptions. And if you do something that throws off their perspective into question, comforting them with a discrepancy between their ideas of you and the way you actually are, they might not be able to love you anymore. That's weird, because we were just talking about that the other day. Because, I mean, I could see this person, or I could see his point of view on this, because, you know, you'll never know somebody. And, like when people start, like, talking to each other, you can only give so much information about yourself, but you'll never actually know somebody. You just kind of assume, like, you have to, like, take in what you know of them and create that person, which is kind of funny. So, like, for me, when I die, people aren't going to be sad that Jeff died. They're going to be sad that the idea of me died. Does that make sense? Okay, never mind. Long story short, last week. Anyways, so you think that that's how your colleagues would feel? They love me so much, but only the version of me that is no longer correct. The version of me they love would never have done this. But you don't know that. It would have been the same for me if any of them had gone and done it before you came. I couldn't possibly have understood back then. It's better not to go back. I get what I've always wanted, and they get to hold on to the version of me that they know. That's not fair. No? You don't know that they won't like it. You never gave them a chance. I can't take that risk. You were already planning on running away and never seeing them again, so you would have nothing to lose, right? You don't get it. I have everything to lose. Why? Because I'm not sure I could go on living knowing they didn't love me anymore. ... Say, yeah? Why'd you want to see Saturn so badly anyways? I don't have a good reason. Like I said before, you don't always need a big reason. Any reason is good enough. Well, the truth is, it began with an anomaly. An anomaly? I was given a picture of it. It was an old and primitive picture. So primitive, in fact, that I couldn't tell what it was. An anomaly. That was a big problem for me. It was my job to catalog everything I was given. But how could I catalog it if I didn't know what it was? I asked my colleagues if any of them knew. They didn't. Then I asked my colleagues, and they didn't know either. Finally, after querying hundreds of other departments, I received an answer. That is Saturn, the sixth planet in our solar system. I realized then that I must have been filed with my department by mistake. Okay. It was completely irrelevant to our area of operations. I ought to have had report the error and carried on with my job, but I still had questions. What was a planet? What was a solar system? Why did I look like that? Why did it look like that? What was it made of? I'd only meant to ask a few more things, but the more I learned, the more questions I had. I kept asking, and before I knew it, it had been years, and I met you. And now you want to know what it looks like up close. That's right. It's gonna be completely different from the way it looked in your picture. You realize that, right? Yes. The planet's made almost entirely of gas. The rings are just a bunch of rocks and space dust. What if it's disappearing? I want to know what it's really like. Especially if it's not like I thought it was going to be. Why? Because I love it so much that I don't care how different it is from what I've expected. Why don't we go back after we're done then? You'd come with me? Of course. I don't know. You'll regret it if you don't. What happens if I do it and I still regret it? I'll still be here. ... What do you say? Yes. Okay. I'll go back. To Saturn? And to Earth. That's my girl. Was that it? Oh, that's fun. Look at that. So I'm guessing, okay, so based on what I can see, there's like, they were like radios or they were computers or something. And they were going to Pluto to get an operation done so that way she can have a body, like an actual body. And that's neat. I like this. I like the colors. Honestly, that's the only thing that drew me to this. Like, I'm going through and I'm looking through all the games and I'm like, ooh, pretty. But that was really interesting. I like that. That was cute. Well, if you guys want to play this, well, I mean, hold on. Is that it? Yep, that's it. There's no more. So if you guys want to see this for yourself, or you just want to support the developer, their name is Carmel. Nice to know. But if you guys just want to support the developer or play this game for yourself, I'll leave a link down in the description below so that way you can see it. Because this, like I said, this is really pretty. It was very simple and pretty, and I enjoyed it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too. But if you did, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so that way, you know, you can see more shenanigans like this in the future. Oh, and hit that bell icon, because apparently I've been forgetting to say that. So you can see my videos, because apparently if you don't hit it, you don't get to see when I put my stuff on. Anyways, hit the confidence key button, new to the channel, subscribe, hit that bell button, and you have a wonderful day. Be safe, enjoy life, and remember, confidence is key, and I will see you next time here on Snickerdoodle. Remember, sharing is caring. Later, see ya!